What's going on, everyone? Hope all of you are doing well. So, before I get into today's review, I just wanted to give you guys an update on everything that's been going on with me. As you know, I've been trying to do everything I can to get back on my feet, especially with my injury. I've just been getting the runaround. I've literally have gone through 3 law firms and then constantly called these other companies that help people with disabilities, and I get nowhere. It's literally this endless circle where it's like, oh, you need to call this number. You call it, and it's a repetitive thing. So I finally was able to make an appointment to get my PTSD taken care of and talk to somebody with my mental health, which is great. It's on October 17th is my appointment, and ironically I'm supposed to have another appointment to get my shoulder looked at, but because I have that appointment and I actually have other obligations, I have to actually cancel that appointment because as of right now, I'm more focused on my mental health than I am my shoulder. I've waited this long for my shoulder. I can wait longer. I was trying to find a loophole from the contract that I had, or what is a contract, but an agreement that I had signed. Basically, I can't sue my former employer. So when I talked to the guy there, he did mention things that weren't mentioned to me by my lawyer, which he had stated that should have been brought to my attention. So basically, in better terms, I had to call him out. I said basically in better terms, I've screwed myself over. So because of them, I'm stuck like this, and that's okay, because I wasn't paying attention to what I was signing apparently. And this is all new stuff to me. This is, I've never been in a situation like this. So for a lot of times, your mindset is different. So yeah, so basically, to put it in better terms, I screwed myself over without actually realizing it or knowing it, and now currently in this situation that I'm in, and it sucks. Because I had brought the attention to this lawyer I talked to, like, I told him, I said, what am I supposed to do? I said, I have all these things going on. I'm not being able to work. And then he was stating about, well, can you be a toll booth worker? No, I mean, it's not just my physical, it's not just physical. I have, mental disabilities as well. I'm suffering from PTSD. I can't be around people, and that's one of the reasons why I have the issues to begin with is because of, it was like this endless circle thing because the PTSD has come from the verbal abuse and the retaliation that I sustained when I worked for a company for over 10 years actually. So that really put a big effect on me, and to the point now it's like even if I was given the opportunity to work, it's hard for me to want to accept it because of the track record I had of being treated poorly. And mind you, I am the type of person who will stick up for myself or my fellow coworkers if I know something's not right. And that was a lot of the issues I dealt with the company I had worked for over 10 years. I was questioning things because I could tell when they were sugarcoating things. I could tell when they were lying. I was doing everything to prevent myself from doing something at work that they told me to do and it come back on me because they're the same people that throw you under the bus. And I actually had to call them out on it at one point because, yeah, there were things we were told not to, then turn around and tell us, and I question it because I don't think it's right. You sit here after so many years to tell us one thing and then you tell us another. So what happens if it comes back on you and I did it? You're going to turn on me, you know? So you're going to make me responsible so you don't have to be responsible. And in situations like that, I always stand up for myself. And there's a lot more going on, which I'll probably talk about later on. But yeah, it's just felt like I have been getting nowhere and I'm still sitting here and I'm done. I'm officially done. So to get the appointment to get my PTSD, I'm thankful. That seems to be the only good news since this whole entire thing has happened. Now, if I was monetized and I was at that point or doing paid requests, Patreons, things like that, I would be all right, I'd be all right. I'd be able to make the money, get the physical therapy, because I was going to see how much physical therapy would cost just by itself since I don't have insurance. And from what I'm told, it's a lot. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do financially because I feel like I'm getting nowhere. And I can't really work until I can get. I mean, to some point, I can't work until I can get, my PTSD taken care of. But not only that, I don't have transportation and I don't have reliable transportation. So I can't do that. And I'm going to take a sip of my coffee because I did make some coffee. So in a situation like that, your options are kind of slim. So being in the situation I'm in right now, it's becoming more and more stressful to try to do anything to get back on my feet. eBay as of right now is not doing a whole lot. Um, I have a couple sales here and there. And it's expected because we don't start to see a difference until like October, which is fourth quarter, and that's everybody's holiday shopping. So once that starts to happen, I can see an increase. But thankfully, I was able to make at least two sales. One of them was to cover my monthly store subscription, which has been great. I have yet to pay out of pocket, and knock on wood, that I won't have to. Um, and then come June of next year, I can cancel it without having to pay. So there is that possibility. But with tax season coming along, I may pay for another year, and then that'll be it. Um, so there is that possibility. Um, I'm listing every day, a bunch of different things here and there. One thing I've been trying to do is something a little different compared to what I normally do. I'm going to start focusing on specific like movies that I sell. There's more than one, like it has a sequel, or it's a TV series. I'm trying to complete the sets because the sets are going to make you more money. There's multiple reasons for it. So with one of the sales I made, I actually decided to take those funds and I picked up at least, I think, the second, third, and fourth Scary Movie. Declutter I think it was through Declutter. I think they had a sale. It was buy two, get one free. So I paid about $12 for the three, and I already have Scary Movie 1. So I just need to get 5, and I'll be able to actually make more. Uh, on that lot. And I'll actually end up making a profit, not only get my money back, but I'll get a profit as well. So that's a win-win. And it's not just the scary movies I'm doing. I still got to get the other Bill and Ted so I can complete that. I've got Boy Meets World I got to complete, $6 Million Man. The Bloody Mary films, I got to get the first two, or no, I actually have to get the first one and the third one. Because I have the second one. Then there's a couple like Power Ranger volumes I got to get. So a lot of times, a lot of times you're going to see people just sell them individually. Excuse me. It'll be very rare if you see anybody sell the entire collection, like the Power Rangers and Nickelodeon volume sets that I need to complete to, complete the releases. Uh, they're very slim. Like I think it's like Nick Picks. There's 6 volumes, and I think like the last volume is pretty expensive. But if I can get the rest of them, then it actually increases the amount, so I can actually still make a good amount, profit wise, and still make my money back on that lot. So that's kind of what I'm doing with a lot of the films, doing complete collections. Because when I go on eBay to look for those collections to see what they're selling for, not all of them are there. I don't like Dirty Dancing. I'm selling both movies together. No other seller I've come across has sold both of them together. I think there might be like 1 or 2 listed, but nothing sold. And then like the John Carpenter's Vampires, there's a sequel with Bon Jovi. I have yet to see a seller sell them together. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell these collections in lots because they do sell. Individually, not so much. Together, it like increases it, and then you still are able to make a profit. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately. So, I do want to mention that somebody did comment. Somebody that was commenting on my videos asked me if I was going to review the Homeward Bound films, and I will. I will be reviewing those. Those will probably be next on my plate. Um, yeah, I love those movies. They're so good. Very underrated. I feel like people don't talk about the Homeward Bound films, but I will be reviewing those pretty soon. And I will probably end up doing paid requests. That is a possibility. I know I've said it multiple times, but it just seems like nothing ever seems to work the way I want it to. You ever have those moments where it works in your mind? You have all these ideas, you know it can work in your mind, but putting like pen to paper, it does not come out that great. That's kind of how I feel. So I will try to do what I can for for paid requests. Kind of just do through PayPal. I think would be the best option. Just to make a little bit on the side. Give you guys content you want to see and things like that. And then eventually do a giveaway. If I can sell enough on eBay, I'd like to give back to you guys. What else? I'm not really sure. I'm hoping by the end of the year, maybe sometime beginning of next year, I'll be monetized finally, so I can, not only accomplish my dream job, but it'll allow me to get back on my feet and not have to deal with this whole situation because it feels like I have ran out of options and I'm tired of fighting. I feel more exhausted and stressed fighting than when I'm not trying to do this. So yeah, so I am gonna do paid requests, kind of get an idea of what I want to do. I may just start with the movies because I don't have a whole lot when it comes to other things, but I may change that. I may have to do a few things here and there. Maybe just start off with doing paid requests on movie reviews, and then eventually progress to other things. I'll you guys can let me know in the comment section below what your opinion is on that. With tax season, I may get a PO box. So if you guys want to send subscriber mail, you can do that. I feel like that would make more sense. I was looking at the prices. I think I can pay 100 and something for the year, which I would just do a full year, which is not too bad. The one of them that they had for the year for you can get if somebody sent you a big package, you would be able to get a bigger PO box. They want to charge you like 400 and something dollars, almost five. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I'll probably do it up end of I'll end up doing a PO box probably at the beginning of the year. So when tax season comes, there is that possibility. So we're getting close to the 1,700 subscriber mark, which is not bad. Pretty excited about that. And hopefully I'll hit 2,000. It seems like I'm gonna hit the same subscriber amount that I'm hitting my watch hours. That's what I feel like. I feel like when I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll hit 2,000 watch hours. It just seems how it's working right now. But yeah, well, I just wanted to update you guys before I got into this review with everything that's going on because I almost got to a point of not making a video because I was just so, you know, overwhelmed, upset, and frustrated. But yeah, I'm figuring things out, and you guys are more than willing to comment. And for everybody who is commenting, thank you guys so much. But today I'm going to be reviewing Naked Gun 33 and 1/3, The Final Insult. This is the final film in the series. Everybody returns. Priscilla Presley, O.J. Simpson. You got what's his name? Fred Ward, and you've got Anna Nicole Smith in this. But basically, Frank and what is Priscilla Presley's character's name? Why don't they ever put it in here? Um, yeah, it doesn't say. So basically, Priscilla Presley's character and Frank, finally get married. They want to have children, but things aren't going too well. And there's this I guess something's going on, this crime that they had, like this case they have to work on. So Frank goes undercover into the prison, meets Fred Ward's character, and they do everything they can to escape. He's got this plan to basically create a bomb that's going to be in one of the envelopes, because they're at this, like, I want to say it's like the Oscars. Um, so you do get some cool cameos, and they got to prevent this from all happening. And Fred Ward and Nicole Smith's character, and the mom, Fred Ward's mom in the film, all have this scheme that they're trying to go with. And yeah, it's I would say the third one. If I'm looking back at the other two, I think this is one of my personal favorites, because this one I feel like steps up the laughs really, really big, especially with the Anna Nicole Smith scene where you see the shadow. And yeah, I'm not gonna go too far into detail, but you guys might have an idea. When I saw this, I laughed my ass off. It was just, I couldn't help it. I completely forgot that was even in the movie. I was like, man, that is messed up, but it was still funny. Um, Weird Al, as you guys know, I stated he has cameos in the first two. Once again, he's in this. We also get James Earl Jones, the late great James Earl Jones. When I saw him in here, it kicked me in the fields. It was almost like a sign. I swear, but it was cool seeing him. But yeah, it's just, I feel like for the final film, this is kind of where you could tell they kind of, somebody had to say, you know what, just do whatever. And that's kind of what it seems like, because it was pretty, I wouldn't say pretty hilarious. It is hilarious. I would say it was a lot more hilarious than the other two films after thinking about it and revisiting it. Yeah, I had a good time with it. These movies are great. I would say the late 70s, early 80s, pretty much the entire 80s decade of spoof films, and like some early 90s work. After that, garbage. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, we are supposed to be getting a remake. I want to say next year or 2026. It's been rumored that either Ed Helms or Liam Neeson, Taken, Darkman, is supposed to play the role of Frank, I believe. Um, I don't know. To be honest with you, I think they both should be in it. I think Ed Helms should be Frank, and Liam Neeson should be the other guy. And then cast somebody to be the O.J. Simpson character, and then of course somebody to play Priscilla Presley. But I really hope they can capture some of the magic. Don't get me wrong; this movie's not gonna beat the original. But I do want to be entertained. I want to laugh my butt off. So I'm hoping they're not focused on like recent stuff that's going on. It's more of getting inspiration from the original and kind of spinning it its own on that. I feel like that would work. But we'll see. It could be scrapped. I don't know, but from what I've heard, I think they're still going on with it. For all we know, it could have been filmed. I mean, look at Salem's Lot. That movie has taken what, 3 years to be released. So yeah, I'm excited for the new one whenever we get it, and it was very nice revisiting this. The only Police Academy DVD I got to get now is the TV series, because the movies actually came after the TV series. The TV series was short lived. It's called The Police Squad, and it's pretty much what you get in the movies is what you get in the show. And like I said, it was a very limited series. I think it was less than 10 episodes. I think it might have been 7. And then it got canceled for whatever reason. But at least we got 3 movies, to kind of wrap it up. But eventually, if I can make enough sales on eBay, then I'll pick that up and then I can watch that, because I've never seen it, and then I can give you guys a review on that as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning into my Naked Gun reviews, and thank you for tuning into this review and my thoughts on the film. Um, you're more than welcome to let me know what your thoughts are on it. And if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. It keeps me going. Wish I could say more. like I said, I'll possibly do, paid requests, and we'll see, kind of go from there. But I will be doing the Homeward Bound reviews, hopefully pretty soon. And yeah, wish I could say more. Check out my eBay store. I'll put the link down in the description below. It helps because I can't speak. You see how overwhelmed I am with everything that's going on. What I was gonna say was, with everything going on and having no source of income and not being able to get hired because of my injury and everything, it's gonna be hard to get reviews done because I can't. I don't want to run out of titles to review. So that's why I've kind of been spacing out my reviews and focusing on doing other videos. So that way, eventually I don't get to that point. If you guys check out my eBay store and you make a sale, it helps me out because then I can start adding more titles to my collection. And I've been holding off on franchise reviews as well because there's a lot of titles I don't have. I want to start eventually reviewing the Highlander series, but I don't have any of the other films, nor do I have any of the other seasons for the series other than season 1. And then I got the first Highlander. So certain things like that I have to hold off on. The Matrix is another one. I don't have any of the sequels. Blade, I'm missing a lot. So I can't do reviews for those franchises because I'm missing, where I'm missing whatever movie or TV series in that franchise. Excuse me. So that's why I try to promote my eBay store as heavily as I can, because the more traffic I get, the more something catches somebody's interest, I get a sale, and then I can start incorporating more titles into the collection, and then I can start revisiting a lot of franchises, start reviewing those and things like that. So it becomes a win-win, I think. And yeah, and you guys, like I said, you guys are more than welcome to let me know if I should do paid requests in some way. I see a lot of YouTubers do it. Why not? I mean, basically, you're paying to get the type of video and content you want to see. And I've talked about it before because PMAC Movies has talked about it, and I don't think it's wrong. I mean, if you're going out of your way to make content for somebody who's willing to pay you, I don't see an issue with it. YouTube is one of those most confusing and, good and bad platforms in some way. You always got people that are just going to always state their opinion in a negative way, and then you always got the ones who are positive. But I like feedback in some way. You guys can send me recommendations for any films if you want. Like I said, the Homeward Bound films were a recommendation. If somebody wanted to see if I was willing to review those. So if you guys want me to review something, I hopefully I have it in my collection. If not, I'm going to go by what I remember, because a lot of times I have to do that. So like Homeward Bound, I can probably watch on Disney Plus, so that's not bad. But there are a lot of films I just can't watch because I don't have. And let me know what you think about me doing a PO box. I was trying to start with like my email because I don't have a PO box. I felt having my email in the description would be a little bit better, because then that way somebody could email me and would be like, "Hey, I want to send you something," and then that way I can give them my address, because I just don't want to put my address in the description, you know. And so there's that, and eventually if I can get a couple more sales, I can also get more inventory. So yeah, it's just trying to play the what's the term I'm looking for, the sales guy, and checking to see if my mic's still on, because I would really hate. Okay, cool. I don't know how many times I've had to film a video and my mic completely died. Oh, I thought it fell off my shirt. I would hate that. That would suck. Trying to film this video and it just falls down, so the audio gets bad. Sorry if I'm rambling on. Just wanted to get things taken care of before I end it. So, yeah. Wish I could say more, but like I said for the third time, I'm tired. You guys got to bear with me here. But with that being said, I'm Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, guys, we'll talk films. You guys take care, and I will see you soon. Peace.